Do we need some sob music on here today? Do we need some violin music going here today? Or do we just need to say, how about those Cowboys?
Yes! Yes! I definitely prefer the second option any day.
Oh, the second option? Listen. Out of all the games, every last game that we had, that was the worst. That way. Oh, wait a minute. We got to sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to Jerry. Happy birthday, Jerry. Jerry with a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jerry. Jerry ain't in a good mood right now. On his birthday, he saw his team get the brakes beat off of them. The brakes. When I mean brakes, I mean brakes. Okay? They took them to Modest, put some more brakes on them, and beat them brakes off to them too. If y'all think Detroit ain't a problem, Detroit is a problem. And to add insult to injury, you got to love the pettiness of Dan Campbell. Love the pettiness of Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell started adding linemen up at receivers. That's just petty.
So good, man.
Petty. So I thought I was petty, okay? I thought I was petty. Dan Campbell's pettier than me, okay? At the end, he said, you know something? We're just going to run the score up on you. I think Detroit was salty over that whole last time they met and those penalties. And I think Dan was just a little salty over this. But you know something, though? Detroit tore the fur off of them. The fur. Beat the brakes. I was just like, ooh, this is not looking good. Anytime you took Dak out the game in the third quarter, that wasn't good. Anybody ask what Trey Lance is these days? I'm just asking. Sorry. Sorry. Any Cowboys fans in here? Anybody that's still a Cowboys fan is in here? I mean, you can come defend what happened, but as I say with the old cliche, it's all Jerry. And then when I heard the little radio clip of what happened today, he was upset that he was being challenged of why the Cowboys are having all these woes. Hey, you're the general manager. He gets upset and talks about, you're not supposed to ask me questions like that. You're supposed to ask me the questions that I want to answer. And as they've been saying, you know, the influence that he has down there, I hope that guy doesn't lose his job. I really don't. But how can you be objective if you don't question the guy?
Right.
Okay, because he's living in all his delusion. Sir, you suck. Plain and simple. You suck at that job of being a general manager. I'm not qualified, so I can't put myself in that situation. But if you haven't won a championship since 95, do you think that you may be the problem? You take responsibility for your own actions, sir. But that's my 8.5 cents.
8.5 cents? You don't want to give it the full dime? You don't want to give it the full dime?
No, because I had to save some for you. Go ahead.
Hey, y'all. Did y'all see what happened on Sunday? Y'all saw that? Y'all was there. Y'all was having y'all little cookouts. You know, y'all was pre-gaming for being off yesterday. Did y'all see that performance on Sunday? Y'all saw that? Hey, look, y'all. Look. How about them Cowboys? Oh, hey, look. Wait. I'm living good today, y'all. Look, y'all gonna have to forgive me. I'm going to take my time eating my lovely Pop-Tarts during the duration of this show, simply because I'm living good today. I feel great. This is a spectacle that I did not think I would embark on this early on in the season. This is wonderful. Seeing Dak getting pulled out in the third quarter, to see the defense, who I can't even use the word defense because they ain't playing it, but to have them not do much of that on Sunday was special. It was incredible. And you know what made it even better for me personally? I gotta take the chain. This the gold chain. They're not used to a whole lot of gold down there, so I'm representing them right now. Okay. What topped it all off, the cherry on top, was to see Jerry Jones make arguably one of the greatest memes I've ever seen. And you know what? In case anybody missed what that facial expression was, I'll demonstrate it for you. Okay. The bottom of the screen said the Detroit Lions 47 and the Cowboys 9. And all you see in the press box is Jerry Jones look like this. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. It was jaw-dropping for all the right reasons. It was great. Hey, look, y'all had to be there. And whoever was in that stadium on that lovely Sunday afternoon, God bless you. Because I know it had to be a treat to watch all that shit in person. It was wonderful. What could go wrong did go wrong. And you know what, man? Hey, look, I can't even take all the credit. Detroit has made life easier for me throughout this entire week. It wasn't just yesterday. It wasn't just today. Like this, I told Damon this before we got on here. This is the most excitement I've had prior to getting onto a show that I've had in quite a long time, okay? Thank you to Detroit for making it happen for me. Because lastly, how about them Cowboys?
We got to give them a round of applause.
Oh, yes. Oh, that was so great. Oh, that was so great. Thank you, Detroit, for making my week so much lighter. Thank you.
Hey. Since we on the shade throwing trip, so you still can't afford Derrick Henry, huh? Wait. Because these questions were coming up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we can't afford Derrick Henry. Okay. Hey, right. We can't afford this. Oh, we have to take care of this. Oh, we have to take care of that. Sir, you really just need to just go in the backfield and bring some people in that really knows how to do this job. Because apparently you suck at it. And you suck big time. And you don't even want to be questioned on it. Because I don't know if you saw the press conference after the game when they were in the tunnel. And he said to the reporter, do I look stupid? He's like, well, normally around this time you start firing people. Oh, do I look stupid? No one's going to get fired. This, that. Are you insulting me? Oh, he doesn't like his authority being challenged. Got that billionaire syndrome. You can't ask me that. No, I run things my way. And this is my way. Well, your way hasn't brought a championship there in a long, long time. In a long, long time. And the score showed it. Detroit beat you down, and they beat you down at every aspect of the ball.
Sure did.
At the point, I was like, Dak, who you throwing to? Are you playing for Detroit? Dak, who you throwing the ball to? But if we want to break this down as a football standpoint, that just tells you how much a running game will complement a passing game.
Yeah, a lot.
And they have no running game. Dallas has always been predominantly pass the ball. If you have something to complement that, maybe you'll win some more games. Maybe you won't be so predictable. You're predictable because they know you're going to pass the ball.
Right. Agreed. But you know what, man? This is a defensive thing. You want to know why? Because I can't make this stat up. The defense, the Alice Cowgirls. That's what I'm calling them for the remainder of the show. Yes, I'm bringing it back this week. And for
remainder of the season, huh?
For the remaining of the season, and rightfully so. The Alice Cowgirls. This is dating back to last season. Has given up 154 points at home. At home. You know, the place where you're supposed to feel comfortable, where the crowd gets involved, and you know, you don't have to worry about having to change the snap count and the cadence, and 140 plus points at home. Really?
Here we go.
So the Alice Cowgirls have found a way to come up with another historic badass record. Oh, well done. It's beautiful. It's a great day today. I'm feeling a little ripped right now. I feel like I gained like an extra 5 to 10 pounds of muscle off of Sunday afternoon. I feel like Detroit has given me new life, and I appreciate that. I don't know why it took the heavy machinery of Detroit to do this, but I greatly appreciate it. This is awesome. This is wonderful.
Now I did a post. I said to any Cowboys fan want to come and talk about that game. And you know something? At least that team, Tate, at least that team is a real good Texas team.
Exactly. The only good Texas
because
team.
That one up the road pretty sucks.
Oh, this is
wonderful. Tell me where I'm telling lies. Tell me where I'm telling lies. Hey, I heard that even a lot of Cowboys fans are trying to switch to be Texans fans now. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. When is he going to realize and come down and, you know, in this realm and stop being up in this realm that I'm the problem? I need to fix something. Wait, I got one better for you. I even brought this one. You see, I guarantee you they won't, as long as he's in the helm, they will never see this. Never see it. They will never see it as long as he's at the helm. That's because half of their fans live in Houston.
Hey, that's the truth that no one wants to talk about, but that's totally fine. It's fine. Hey, just go over to the correct side of Texas. Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, go to a winning team. How about that?
Yes.
Team with a winning record.
Yes. How about that?
How about we back this up just a little bit? I mean, we own one with them today. We own one with them. Let's back this up a little bit. Remember when we was doing those predictions?
Yep.
And we talked about their record and what we thought their record would be?
Yes.
It is right on pace. Because I went back and listened to that show, and when you actually did the Cowboys, it is right on pace of what it is. Right on pace. So, any Cowboys fans out there that want to defend themselves? Anyone? Anybody? I mean, please. I give you a free platform to come talk about this. Yep. I give you a free platform.
Look,
I give you one.
I don't blame you if you decide not to, because I would be. Look, you know what? I don't know where my shades are at, but if I could, I would offer them to you. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I'm an Eagles fan. Damn it.
Oh man, hey, you throwing that shade already, Julius? I see you.
Hey, look, this is all the necessary salt in the wound, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what is needed right now. Okay, this is wonderful. All right, see, because we hear all this talk about Dak being a top 10 quarterback and getting paid all this money, and you know, can't afford to get Derrick Henry, you know, a guy who's leading the league in every running back category there is. Just want to put that out there. Couldn't afford him. You know, all this commotion. And you know what? Some of y'all Cowboys fans, I'm not letting y'all off the hook either. You wanna know why? Because I recall after y'all barely beating the New York Giants out of all teams the week prior, y'all were saying, "Oh, yeah, hey, you know, Dallas found a way to win a game. This is starting to turn into the Dallas Cowboys we know." They were trying to give that game away. It just so happens that their quarterback was Daniel Jones. That's why they didn't win it. Okay.
Thank you.
So if we're being honest, we should be looking up at the record right now, and y'all should be 2-4.
Yes, absolutely.
2-4. And
I mean, if we want to take it back a week after that, the Steelers should have beat them.
So we're looking at 1-5. You're right there with fucking Cleveland. So I don't know.
He threw 2 picks in that game and a give up. So he had 3 turnovers.
So I'm just saying, man.
And the Steelers managed to give that game away.
I'm just saying, man. I don't know if y'all want to, go silent mode now, because y'all sure enough had so much hype behind Dallas beating those 2 lowly offenses that, like, I don't know what y'all expected out of that game on Sunday, but I know what I expected, and what I expected is what I got. It was awesome.
Yeah, a beatdown, a shellacking. I wanted to know when people started leaving the game. That's what I want to know. Anybody that was at the game that saw people just leaving the game?
Halftime. Halftime. It was 27-6 at halftime. That's when they left. You know what? This Pop-Tart is great, man. All time.
Listen, the only touchdowns that was happening in Dallas is the Tornadoes that touched down there, because Dallas sure wasn't giving up. I'm just saying. That's the only ones. Because Detroit lit them up. Detroit took over that stadium and silenced everybody. Now, anytime they showed the kids on TV, the kids. Now, you know how I feel about them. You know how I feel about the kids.
Poor kids.
But they showing the kids how they disappointed, because Jerry got everybody down there brainwashed. I like, y'all need a new team. I would support them. I would never put their jersey on. That could be the last team on earth. I wouldn't root. No, absolutely not. I wouldn't root for them. But I think we've serenaded them enough.
Oh, no, it's not enough. You want to know why?
Oh, come on.
I'm starting to hear some people talk about Jerry Jones is thinking about firing Mike McCarthy. Let me talk to you, Jerry Jones. Let me share something with you, okay? Now, prior to the beginning of this year, you said that you were going all in. Now, that all in turned into, I don't know, something off of AEW, because you ain't sure as hell get anybody in free agency. Didn't get anybody in the draft, okay? That's number one. Number 2 is you didn't supply the offense with a running back. And no, Ezekiel Elliott does not count as a running back. I don't care what year this is, 2015, 2016. Oh, I'm sorry. It's 2024. So y'all don't even have a running back as a guy in your offense. You don't have a good offensive line, but you already knew that. You didn't supply that. You know that your defense couldn't stop the run, but you already knew that, and you didn't supply that. You knew that your offense didn't have a running back. You knew that. So
you went and got Zeke.
Yeah.
My bad.
So
you
got that guy. Okay. None of this should be a surprise. None of it. It's a joy for me. It's always exciting for me. It really is. Yeah, I don't think you understand how exciting it is for me to see this on full display, but it's not about me. It's about you. Don't you ever think for 1 second that you should fire Mike McCarthy because of your fucking shenanigans.
Thank you.
Don't you think that is suitable for your team? You're a piece of shit owner who is making bad decision after bad decision. You paid Dak $60 million to be your quarterback for the next 4 years. Did you have to pay him that much money? No. But because he wears that star on that helmet and because you don't have relevance anywhere else, oh, wait, I forgot. There's a guy on defense that you still haven't paid yet, Micah Parsons, who unfortunately is fucking hurt. So therefore, when it comes to the contract negotiations, you're not going to give him his money because of the time that he missed this year.
Right.
Mike McCarthy should be safe. I'm going to just say this. As an Eagles fan who has some head coaching issues to deal with and to be honest about, Mike McCarthy should be safe. That's just me. And if he gets touched, if he ends up getting fired, it's going to be a problem for the entire NFL because nothing makes sense anymore. And at this point, you probably should be waiting, unfortunately, Cowboys fans or Cowgirls fans, whoever you call yourselves to be. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wait until Jerry Jones turns over on his grave 6 feet under for you to have some relevance again. Until then, boy, get used to this, baby. And you know what? This is something I can get used to. No, this is good. This is good for me. This is good for me.
This is good entertainment.
God.
Good entertainment.
Yes.
Good entertainment. So, hey, we go from one sorry team. Let's go to another sorry team. Cleveland. I'm going to say this. Mm-hmm. NFC East team beat an AFC North team. You know, as I said, and I haven't said this on the air yet.
Say it.
Screw all you AFC North teams that hasn't beat the AFC East team. Screw all of you. Because I put my faith in our division. I put faith, stock, lock, and barrel in our division. And y'all couldn't do one simple thing. One simple thing. So the only team in the AFC North that hasn't been defeated by an NFC team is the Ravens. It's the Ravens. So that's who I'm riding with from now on. Because the whole division, y'all have let me down. Let me down as much as I was talking smack before this season started. And first game of the season, what happened? Dallas beats Cleveland. Right off the break. To silence the critic.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying.
I tried to tell him. I tried to tell him. I tried to tell him, y'all. I tried.
So I had to heat that humble pie. But the Eagles went and pulled it out against the Cleveland Browns. Well, Cleveland's sorry anyway. And their record is proving how sorry they are. Are we going to bench Watson yet? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's such a shame.
The man still, has he thrown one pass over 30 yards yet?
Nope, not yet. I'm still watching. I'm still looking. It is week 6. No, it's week 7 now. We still haven't seen it yet.
So
that's who y'all pay $230 million guaranteed to.
So the next time I come up to Cleveland, I'm definitely going to be wearing this Ravens shirt, jersey, something, because I want to talk to any Cleveland fan up there to see how y'all feeling about this. Any Cleveland fan. Any Cleveland fan is listening right now. Say something in the comment. I want to hear your opinion on your team. Matter of fact, I got something for y'all. Y'all used to this. There you go. There you go. Y'all used to this. Y'all are used to this. So since you used to this, I'll mail anyone a brown bag. I don't.
Oh my God. Oh, this is great.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Cleveland, you suck. Plain and simple. But I'm not even sure if y'all will win another game.
Hey, maybe not.
Listen. As sorry the performance they've been playing. The best good thing they had was the block attempt by Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
Myles Garrett's a beast. And then to top it off, y'all lost and everything. And now, in the news today, breaking news. Y'all usually have best receiver in a trade. And now he's gone to Buffalo. I'll turn it over to you. Wait a minute. Hold on. Before I turn it, I got to say it in your words, the immortal words. That's the most Clevelandist thing you could have ever done. But go ahead. I got you.
Oh boy. I just want to talk about that trade for a second because hey, that's just more important here. The Browns got a 6th round. That's all they got. So all they got was, I want to make sure I'm reading this correctly. The Browns traded Amari Cooper. Oh, they traded Amari Cooper and a 6th round pick to Buffalo for a 3rd and a 7th round pick. That's what he's worth to you? That's what you can get back? That's it? Really? Okay. So the Iron Man of that offense, that ravaged, terrible, shitty offense that's considered Cleveland. He's been the mainstay this entire time, finding a way to get open, even though Deshaun Watson can't throw for shit. You trade that guy for a 3rd and a 7th round pick? Really? Oh my God. Oh, you know what? And then to put the cherry on top, the Eagles, look, for all intents and purposes, beat y'all, okay? And, you know, the fact that Kevin Stefanski, the head coach for the Cleveland Browns, is still starting Deshaun Watson is literally a power trip, which I feel, I will say this. I feel sorry for him, okay? Because the Kevin Stefanski, I know, would find a way to drop some plays that would lead to points on the board, like he usually does. And he can't do that because the quarterback that he's starting can't throw the ball 30 yards down the field. And yes, it is about to be week 7. I still haven't seen that shit yet. I feel sorry for Kevin Stefanski today, and probably for the rest of the year, because the Cleveland Browns will be the motherfuckers to set up there and fire his ass, thinking that the shit was his fault because, you know, Deshaun Watson doesn't want him there. And it's that, and Deshaun Watson this. You know what? I'm going to just say this on live television because why not? Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets share something in common. They sat up there and they bit over backwards for Deshaun Watson and Aaron Rodgers to take over their franchises. Got on their hands and knees, had their mouths wide open to do whatever Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun Watson wanted them to do. Because they decided to give them all the money in the world, all the guarantees in the world, all the free reign in the world to do whatever the fuck they want. So they're going to be on their hands and knees for as long as they're going to be there because they're going to act like there ain't shit they can do about it. And that right there is bogus. It's bullshit and it's ridiculous. Get off your knees, close your mouth, and figure out a way to get rid of Deshaun Watson. If you have to cut him and eat that fucking contract, damn it, do it. Because this right here is not fucking working. Get off your hands and knees.
And this backup, Jameis Winston? I mean, did we forget about that guy? Did we forget about him? Jameis Winston? I mean, he's not an afterthought. He's not an afterthought.
Off your hands and knees. Close your mouth. Seriously.
Because, again, I don't know if Cleveland's going to win any other games this year. I really don't. At this point, it's safe to say that they might have the number 1 draft pick. Again, right. It's safe to say they just might have it because with their performances, it's just like what we kept saying with Pittsburgh, right? Mm-hmm. Now they just had a season high of 32 points. They scored over 20 points. Cleveland's not getting over 25.
Nope.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And then you trade your best receiver to Buffalo. So now you're pairing him up with Josh Allen. Mm-hmm. Now Josh Allen has a serious, legitimate threat to throw to that he can have some success. Hey, can you see what's cooking here? Can you smell it? Smell what's cooking?
Oh,
Buffalo about to be cooking. Buffalo about to be cooking.
Oh yeah. Seriously.
And I think they got Kansas City on the schedule.
They do.
Yeah. So So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. And speaking of another one, since we on this blowout parade, what the hell happened down in New Orleans?
Spencer Rattler.
Right.
Tampa Bay is what happened.
How you throw 3 interceptions? and still score 51 points. I'm just saying. How do you score 3 and still score 51 points?
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure this one out because generally, you came in after all the festivities because we started off with the Cowboys first. Okay, we gave them enough love. You know something? I tell you what. I know you've been a Dallas fan. You've been a Dallas fan for a very long time. I'm gonna send you a Ravens jersey. At least you'll be on a winning team. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. At least you'll support a winning team.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What the hell happened in Dallas? Hello, we got our asses handed to us.
Belt to ass. Belt to
Detroit.
ass. Louis Vuitton special. Belt to ass. It's what happened on Sunday. Oh,
I'll be looking for. I'm going to send you a Ravens jersey. Matter of fact, text me your size. I will send you a jersey because you need to be on a winning team because Jerry always lets us down. You know, you know what Jerry reminds me of? Jerry reminds me of our justice system. Some way or the other, they just let us down.
Well,
somewhere or the other, they let us down.
Well, eloquently said, sir.
Yes, they just let us down somehow.
Somehow.
I'm just saying, somehow. But back to Baker Mayfield. You throw 3 interceptions. He said, "I sure will." Yeah, he does. This is crazy. What I'm saying is this. Is that per the analytics, you throw 3 interceptions, you're supposed to lose that game. Per the analytics. This is the analytics now. You know, we don't talk really about analytics over here. But you managed to put up 51 points.
Yep.
51 in New Orleans.
Yep.
And I was like, wow, Baker ain't playing. He cooking down there, even with the 3 interceptions. At New Orleans, get it together. Because y'all started this season off red hot. In 2 games, first 2 games of the season, y'all had 95 total points. What the hell happened? No, we haven't went over last night's game yet because I got a lot to say about last night's game.
Oh my God! Yeah,
but I'll give it to you. Where did the Saints go wrong in that game?
They didn't stop the run, and they had Spencer Rattler as their quarterback. Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, shoot. But I will say this: he did something that Derek Carr couldn't do, and that's throw the ball to fucking Chris Olave. I don't know why that was so hard to do, but he made that happen. But no, the defense couldn't stop the run, and Tampa Bay loves to run the football. They have apparently 3 running backs who can get 100 yards on any given Sunday. It's fucking insane. Baker Mayfield is still dotting it up as always. I know he threw the 3 interceptions. Kind of bogus for a couple of those. Like there was kind of like, yo, Baker, who was over there? But I mean, I ain't going to shit on a guy who orchestrated a team to getting 51 points. No. It's very hard to talk shit on you when you're dropping a 50 burger on a division rival on the road.
On the road.
It's very hard to do that. So I think Saints, they just struggled on defense, couldn't stop the run. And then when the pass got going, they couldn't figure that shit out either. And let me I just find this humorous for me personally. I ain't letting some of y'all off the hook. Do y'all remember at the beginning of the year of how people was talking about the New Orleans Saints? And shoot, I guess I'm a part of that crew myself. Maybe. I might have to go back and watch a couple episodes. But do y'all remember how y'all were talking about the New Orleans Saints at the beginning of the year? Oh, they're an NFC championship contender. They can make a case for going to the Super Bowl. Like with Derek Carr at quarterback?
Right.
Really?
Right.
Oh,
right.
Okay. We got coordinators getting promoted to head coach. We got the head coach being talked about as one of the best defensive minds. I mean, like all this stuff. I'm like, wow, okay, New Orleans. And then Philly happened. Oh,
right.
Actually, yeah, Philly happened, and they haven't recovered since. They have not won a game since being 2-0. It's unbelievable. It's funny how the world works. We can laud how well they're doing with 2 wins. But the teams who are undefeated to date, the Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs, ain't nobody saying a word about them. I don't care
not
if they're on
one
a buy or
word. Not one word.
I don't care if they're on a buy or not. Ain't nobody saying a word about them. And you know what? I'm starting to do a petition all over again because I tried this shit last year and it almost worked. I had to go down to another overtime in the Super Bowl. It almost worked. We need to give Kansas City more press again.
Yep,
we are not letting them get away with this. The Kansas City Chiefs need more press. They are under the radar, yet again, undefeated. You stupid fools. Talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. I want to see it on ESPN. I want to see it on Fox. I want to see it on CBS. I want to see it all over my YouTube feed, X, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of it. You name it, TikTok even. All I want to see is Kansas City Chiefs press talking about how good they are. No one's saying a word about them and they're undefeated. How do we get here?
Right.
How?
Right. And Minnesota. No one's talking about them. No one's talking about it.
God.
What are they saying on the news press right now? They saying the 2 best teams in football right now is Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. That's what they talking about. They saying they the 2 best right now. Like, wait a minute. We got 2 undefeated teams over here. You got Kansas City and Minnesota. What about them? They're undefeated.
Unbelievable.
And they're not talking about them at all. They are worried about Detroit, and especially old Petty Dan, because Dan good and petty, baby. Dan is good and petty. Love Dan Campbell. And I was just up in Detroit on Thursday. That's why I went down to Ford Field and took that picture.
Well done. Because
I was being petty. But he out petty me for what he did to Dallas. Now, sorry, Saints fans. Y'all need to get together down there. But let's go to last night. Let's go to Monday Night Football.
Sure.
How many? Was there more flags than it was points in that game? I'm just asking.
Shit.
Everything was a flag. Wait. Here you go. Flag. Flag. I was like, how many flags they gonna throw in this game?
Bro, seriously.
They threw flag after flag after flag after flag. I'm kind of conflicted on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the refs that had an influence on that game, or was it because somebody couldn't know how to kick?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
There was more missed extra points and sacks. Yes. I was like, every time they kicked the ball, doom, miss, hit the upright, all wide right, wide left. I'm like, you have one job. You have one job. One job. Kick the ball. Kick the ball. Kick the ball. You have one job. Now, you said it was a little of both. Listen, right. I don't even know who to blame for that game. I don't know if to blame the kicker or the refs. I really don't know who to blame because the receivers and the running backs, they were all doing their jobs. Right. Buffalo seemed to have a lot better running game, but
whoo, boy, do they? Oh my God, a lot better.
But and you know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. You know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, I do.
You know, I love seeing the looks on his face when he loses. I really love to see the look on his face. But I have to give it to Aaron Rodgers. He fought his heart out last night.
That was one hell of a performance, yeah.
That was a performance between both of them. Besides all the penalties and the missed field goals, that was a great game last night.
I agree.
I was just like, look, if we have one more flag, it's gonna be a problem. Okay.
Bro,
I thought it was gonna be a ride up in Western New York.
Seriously, like I was sitting there looking at that game, and I was just like, dog, are they really about to get in the way of this? I mean, offenses are playing well. Like, it's a back and forth game. It's a divisional matchup on Monday night. I'm like, okay,
Right.
this is what we want to see. And you start seeing flag after
Flags
after flag after flag. You blink. I just blinked just now. There was another flag.
That was
the
another
game
flag.
was over. The game was over, and there's still flags being thrown. It's ridiculous. Right. And like we talked about before the show, like, as much as we love to talk about the refs, in this case, rightfully so, because they swung the fuck out of this game. It was crazy how many flags there were. We said this all the time on this show. If it's a blowout, refs can't get involved.
Refs can't do nothing about it. If you tear the fur off of them, refs can't do anything about it.
There ain't shit you can do about it.
Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't there illegal formation calls?
Yes.
Wasn't there illegal formation calls? Oh, okay. But wait. But Kansas City does it right all the time, right?
Look, y'all.
I'm just saying.
Look, y'all.
All those formations Kansas City do, and they do it perfectly all the time. All the time. Kansas City does it perfectly. They never flag Kansas City.
No, they don't. But you want to know another? You want to know another team they didn't flag a whole lot in their dynasty? New England. Okay? So
New England.
I keep telling y'all can go ahead and feel the way y'all feel about Kansas City if y'all want to. Y'all need to get used to this shit. It's gonna be happening for a long time. Okay. So, what was the call for the guy that was? That's the thing. Like, you know what that game was? I can say this because I'm a wrestling fan, okay? Hypothetically, stick with me. Imagine showing someone wrestling for the first time and there was bullshit on the fucking screen. There was nothing you can do to explain it. Like, there's certain shit in wrestling that you can't explain. That game last night, if you show that to someone who's never watched football before and they saw that shit, there was no way you could explain that to them. No way.
I couldn't explain half the stuff they were throwing.
I'm like, whoa, the roughing the passer call. I was like, really?
Troy Aikman said, I don't even like that. He said, I hear you. I don't like it. I didn't even like the call because if you look at, I can see if he drove him to the ground, right? He landed on his shoulder, but he was trying to come off of him because he was trying to strip the ball.
Right.
You could clearly see that. That was a bad call. That was a bad call.
You can't explain.
Now, of course, they're the professionals, right? So I guess I don't know anything. But to me, that was a bad call. That was a bad call. You can't explain to me that he didn't drive him to the ground. He fell on top of him. Yeah, thank you. I'm like, what the hell? Right. He didn't drive. If he drove him to the ground with his weight just coming down, fine. Flag all day.
Right.
Like I said, them flags was just ridiculous. I'm like, okay. And it slowed down the game.
The whole game, yes.
It slowed the whole game down, throwing all these flags. I'm like, oh, I know which call she's talking about. Remember Kendrick. I guess he said something to the referee. The referee threw the flag.
Yeah.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Kendrick.
That's
now, you know how many of these players talk shit to these refs all the time?
Right.
That ref, he said something, walked away, threw the flag.
I don't know, man. Like, that game, it was just weird.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't tell you if the refs were swaying the game for either team, or was it just the bad kicking? I couldn't even. That game has me confused.
Yeah,
because it was a great game either way. It's just, hey, you better tell your kickers to step it up. A little bit
For
better.
real. I agree.
But I couldn't tell you if they was trying to sway a game or not. Because the calls was just egregious.
Yeah.
The calls were egregious.
I was just like, okay.
That game reminded me when the replacement refs ran.
Ooh.
And we know how bad those calls were.
Ew.
Yeah.
I can't even.
That was bad. That was bad.
That was gross.
It was bad.
if you were watching football at that time, you understand the anguish that I'm feeling right now. That was a terrible time to be a football fan. Oh my god.
It was. Yeah. It was terrible. And he ate Aaron. Hey, well, I kind of feel him on that. I don't like Aaron Rodgers either. So he's a Falcons fan. I don't like Aaron Rodgers either. I don't. Anytime I get to see his face be upset, I'm happy. But I just thought that these guys are professional athletes. Let these guys play. Let them guys play. They get paid a lot of money to go out here and entertain us, you know, the little people and the fans that we are. Let them guys play this game, okay? You see something egregious, you call it. All this petty stuff that they just calling these days, it gets on my nerves. It gets on my nerves. But you won't call that on Kansas City. Oh, shade.
Who are they? Who are they?
The zebra stripe people.
Oh.
Right. That's how I feel about it. Thank you. We all look. If you're gonna just call it fair. Call it fair. Yeah. Call it fair. That's the only thing I ask. Call the games fair. Mm-hmm. But you start one-siding teams like nah. Okay.
Ridiculous.
Okay. All right. I gotta come back east.
Sure.
I'm sorry, South Ravens. Because don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. Despite what we saw in the game, that was a good damn game. I had to give it to the Commanders. I have to give it to the Commanders. And I told some of those Commanders fans when I was talking to them, that was a great game. I'll see y'all next week. I love football, guys. Keep going. I'll share this. We appreciate you. Yeah, definitely share it out. You can share it to your page. It'll be live across your page right now. Yeah, so Commanders, that was a great damn game. Now, one of my classmates, called me, talking pure trash to me. Yeah, I said, I'm not even going to call him. I said, he watches the show, and hopefully he's watching now. And I'm going to just say this. I told you wasn't going to beat the Ravens. Even though our secondary is trash. And he said to me, y'all secondary trash. And it is. Our secondary is trash. Trash. I mean garbage. Garbage. Okay.
Mauricio is where they're at right now. Oh, God.
It's been a turn in Baltimore that we've never seen before. Now, here's the turn. We've always been known for defense. Always. We've never been known for offense. It is a turn now. Baltimore's known for offense, and our defense is taking a back seat. And it's good. Lamar's like, okay, we got this. Y'all score, we going to score too. Y'all score, we going to score too. You score, we going to score too. For the first time in his career, 2 weeks back-to-back, over 300 yards passing. Unheard of. Because remember, he's a running back, right? He's a running back, which everybody seems to say. He's a running back. Oh, and I get this one. Oh, he's fine now, but when he gets to the playoffs, he can't do this. Okay, the playoffs ain't here. This is a brand new season. Yeah. The man is doing what he needs to do right now. And now he has a workhorse behind him. The likes that no one's ever seen other than Tennessee and when Tennessee played people. And he is wearing everybody out to the tune that he's leading the league and rushing in every category. In every category.
Every category. How the fuck you do that?
This was the time that they say he was supposed to slow down, right?
Yep.
30, this was the time they said he's over the hill. This was the time they said that, hey, he won't be able to sustain this. He won't be able to do this. He has proven everyone wrong. And how many touches is he's getting a game? 24 or more touches a game. He don't get warmed up to about 15.
Right.
And then now he running you over. And what them defenders doing? They're making business decisions.
Yep. As they should.
Business decisions.
I don't blame them at all.
Commanders could not stop us at all. They couldn't stop us all. Now this is what my buddy said. He said, what's his name? Saint
Juice?
Yes, him. Mm-hmm. He said he cost us that game. I said, what makes you think you would have won? He said, because of the pass interference call. I said, but what makes you think you would have won? I said, because every time the Ravens got the ball, they scored. It was not one drive that they had to punt the ball. Every time they scored. What makes you think y'all would have won that game? Your defense couldn't stop the run. They was worried about Derrick Henry so much they was loading up the box, and that was leaving receivers open. Right. And who did we see that we haven't seen all season? Our boy Mark Andrews.
Oh, yeah, the guy that decided to bench this week in fantasy. He just so happens to get a touchdown all of a sudden. Man, just for this week alone, fuck y'all. Seriously. I wish I had said something that y'all were going to use Mark Andrews all of a sudden. Like he was a no-call, no-show. He was on all the milk cartons on across all America. You know the milk cartons that be like, oh, have you found me?
Have you seen us? Have you seen me?
Have you seen me? That was Mark Andrews for the first half of this season. Now all of a sudden he has a touchdown to his name. How the fuck does that happen? Okay,
right.
That just bothered the fuck out of me. I benched you, and that's what you do on my bench. You know what, man? Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. For this week, fuck y'all. That's where I'm at today.
Let me give some shine to the Commanders. Jayden Daniels. That boy is special.
It's a bad man.
And you're going to hear me say it here first. That will be your rookie of the year.
Yeah.
That will be your rookie of the year.
Actually, let's hope that he keeps this up because there's a guy in Chicago that's starting to get a little bit
Khalid Williams. And we gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. But right now, Jalen's doing something that he's on pace. If he keeps it up, he's gonna be rookie of the year. But you have to look at their schedule. Watch it. It's actually pretty favorable. It's pretty favorable for what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Now it's gonna come down between y'all two for the division. Because we ain't worried about Dallas, we ain't worried about New York. It's gonna be y'all two for the division.
Alice
Cowgirls.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's going to be between y'all two for the division. It's who's going to outplay who. That's it. I think who has the better running game is going to win the game. And y'all got Saquon.
We do, okay. But it
has to be the right play calls.
Yeah, I was about to say, apparently we don't have the better offensive coordinator. Cliff Kingsbury with Jayden Daniels is like a death sentence that no one wanted. I'm not joking. It's like everybody likes to compare what Jayden's doing to RG3 in his rookie year, and I don't blame anybody for doing that because there is some extreme similarities. But I don't even think he had this well of a play call sheet that Jayden does this year. I mean, everything is simplified. Hey, you know what?
Yes.
3-step drop. Hey, there's a guy on the short route, medium route. If you want to look deep, you can, but this is your area right here. Pick it apart. And he's dotting people up. We're like, yo, what is this? What is this? Mm-hmm. Like just dotting them up. So I think the play calling is what's going to be interesting to see going forward. Man, I was watching that game, man, and I was like, yo, Jayden is no joke.
No.
You know
I give him all the props in the world. He played his butt off against us. His butt off. And, hey, I give him, like I said, all the props in the world. The boy is bad. He's going to be something special for years to come. And I'm excited for Washington because that's what they needed. See, and see, I want you to listen up, Dallas Cowboys. Once Dan Snyder left, right? the whole aura in that place changed, right? New ownership came in, right? The aura changed. Hey, they're making, okay, we're getting these people in place. We want to be winners, right? Now look at what they did. They drafted him, right? Who passed on him? Who passed on Jalen?
Chicago. Yep.
Chicago passed on him, right? You go to Washington. Look at their record, 4-2. 4-2. When's the last time Washington's been 4-2?
It's been a long time.
A long time. So they have changed the culture in that building. By them changing the culture in that building, it has made them a much better franchise right now. And it's showing. And the energy is showing. The Washington fans are showing up. And they did in Baltimore, too. They came down there. And I loved every bit of it. I loved it. They wasn't happy that they didn't win. But, hey, the energy was good. And I told him, good game, good game. There was only one guy, me and him got into it. Talking about, oh, F Baltimore. Oh, Baltimore ain't this. Baltimore, oh, we got this. I said, you starting to sound like them Cowboy fans. Always want to talk about the past. I said, what has Washington done for us recently? When's the last time y'all had a Super Bowl in this era?
Oops.
How about in this decade?
Oops.
How about the last 2 decades?
Whoops. Oh, boy.
Okay, let's go 3 decades. Okay. All right. So, he got mad and walked away.
But
everybody always want to talk about the past.
Yeah.
The past is the past. Can't take that away from you. And I'm not trying to take it away from you. It's what you've done now. It don't matter what you did back then. It's what you do now. No one cares what you did back then. They care what you do now. And you have nothing right now. Just like we don't have nothing right now. Guess what? Not biased. Call it is. We're still chasing that Lombardi. Right? Our last one was 12 years ago. We still chasing the Lombardi. And we going to dethrone Kansas City.
Somebody has to.
Yes, someone has to. Someone has to. So Baltimore, I was very impressed of what they did. The play calling, everything. I was, but on the flip side, I was impressed with Washington also. Mm-hmm. Like I said, everybody looks at, okay, we only lost by 7 points. You're absolutely right. But if you look at the statistics, Baltimore dominated that game.
That's right.
Dominated that game. But hey, it was a great, great game. They just ran out of time. Oh, I like that old cliche. We didn't lose. We ran out of time.
But you know what? Just to top it off, that was the first game involving Baltimore and the NFC team where as the game went on, I was like, Baltimore may lose this game. And I never say that when watching a Baltimore Ravens versus NFC matchup. Typically don't say that because usually the blowout happens in the first quarter. But Jaden Daniels and those Commanders, they did not make it easy. They did not make it easy at all. They didn't. And it went down to the wire.
It did.
So, I mean, that was the first time I was like, I don't know, Baltimore. Y'all got yourselves a good one today.
We do. But you see, we had the closer.
Yep.
You got the closer. No one wants to tackle Derrick Henry for some reason.
Some reason?
Yeah, some reason they don't want to tackle Derrick Henry.
I got one. Shoot, I got
Go
one
ahead.
Actually. Okay.
Come on.
I'm not height capable. Number one. Number two, I am not strong enough to take on the impact of tackling him or being paid a lot of money to withstand being in the opportunity of being around Derrick Henry. And also, tackling Derrick Henry is just not fucking easy. I can only imagine as a defender looking at the other side of the scrimmage, on the other side, and you're just like, fuck. Who's tackling him? You must get him. Because I ain't tackling him. You must got him. I ain't tackling him. And literally, that's what you watch and see the entire time. You're just like are they trying to tackle him or not? I'm like, bro, I don't blame you.
I know how to go viral in one clip. I know how to go viral in one clip. And I'm going to propose this, and I hope he hears it. Sure. Derrick Henry, I want to go one-on-one with you.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
One-on-one. If I can tackle Derrick Henry, I'll upload it and just push it. But if he gives me that stiff arm and pushes me away, I'm going to post that too.
Oh, my God.
I'll be viral for the rest of my life.
He doesn't mean that, Derek. It's just a typo. It's an accident. It's totally not what he meant. What he meant to say is that he's so grateful for you to be a part of the Baltimore Ravens roster, and he is so appreciative of what you're doing so far this year. And he would hope that one day he could be a part of AFC Championship game where you're running the rock. That's what he meant to say. He didn't actually mean that shit. I promise you he didn't. You got to forgive him. He's a little bit up in age. He has the gray hairs in there. Sometimes, I know they get the calling card of being the wise guys, but he wasn't showing his wisdom at that moment in time. So forgive him, okay? That's not what he meant to say. What he was trying to say was that, we appreciate you for leading the league and everything. Yeah, I've been your wise man all season long, man. I've been trying to tell you what it is and what it ain't. I've been trying, okay? Look, that's not what he meant to say, okay? What he was trying to say is that he's very appreciative of what you're doing so far this year and hope that you can keep it going. That's all. That's all that is, okay? He didn't mean that shit. I promise you he didn't mean that shit. I promise you. Oh my God. I can see Derrick Henry now like, oh yeah, come on, let's go. What? No. I need him to live. I need him to be alive for him to do this show with me. He cannot have his head face planted into the field because he decided to say some obnoxious shit like that. He cannot do that. Or at least sign some type of waiver or liability coverage or something so that way he's not completely, damaged up when it's all said and done. Come up with something. But no, straight up 1v1. No.
I think I can get him. Yeah, delusional.
Yes.
Delusional.
There we go.
You know something? You know what? That reminded me of being a Cowboys fan. Delusional. Gotcha.
Oh, man. Y'all catching all the strays today, and I love it. Man.
Oh, here we go. You stole one from my No! We didn't steal anything. That was a hard-fought game.
Yes.
It's just the Ravens were the better team that day. That's all it is. Right. That was a hard-fought game. We didn't steal anything. I mean, if you want to talk about a theft, we talked about that game last night because we don't know who to blame that theft on.
Yeah. Still can't explain that shit. Still can't explain that shit.
Yeah, you want to talk about the theft? That was thievery last night.
Ridiculous.
But no, I gave Washington much props. That Jaden Daniels is something special. It's just you saw in the game who they were more concerned about, and that was Derrick Henry. They was worried about Derrick Henry. They was loading. They was showing. They put 7 in the box to try to stop him, and Lamar was like, "Oh, you put 7 in the box? We ain't running it. We gonna pass. Play action. Right. Bam. Somebody's gonna be open." Yeah. So, again, it was a great game. It was no bashing. It was nothing. That was a great game. I enjoyed that game. That was the game of the week. That was better than any game I think that was on for this whole week. Was that game? And they put it in a 1:00 slate. That should have been Sunday Night Football.
It should have
been on prime time.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Zay. Oh yeah. Zay is the man. Zay is the man. And not to mention that Lamar's getting more chemistry with Bateman now too.
Right.
Yeah. It definitely was a competition. Like I said, it was much props to that game. There's nothing bad I can say about that game. It's just every time Baltimore had a ball, they went down and scored. Yeah. They scored. It was just, Jalen got sacked a couple times, pushed y'all out. The Ravens just did what they needed to do. But on the same time, Washington did what they needed to do too. You on 4th and goal and you get a touchdown. Again, that game was awesome. Yeah. Awesome. That game was awesome. It's nothing bad you can say about either team in that game. It's just like I was saying that there's no way Lamar's going to lose that game. And for him to dominate Mahomes hasn't even done that. He's dominated a conference, 22-1, and the only team he's lost to is the Giants. That's it. He's dominated a conference. I think Noah Armstrong hurt because he sacked Jalen. Yeah, he probably is. Yeah, because y'all, like I said, then y'all really didn't have a run game. So, and then like I said, everyone's worried about the whole league right now is worried about Derrick Henry. Everyone's worried about that. How to stop him. Cincinnati had a good game plan when we were up there. They had a good game plan until overtime. Right. What the hell? So, but no, much props to Washington. It's going to be between y'all and the Eagles for the division because we know what the Alice. Yeah, but you know something though, season going to keep going on. Y'all got a bye week coming up, so guess what? People are going to start getting healthy, and y'all going to start making that push late in the season. But no, y'all much props to Washington, much props. But what was my man name? What's his name?
St. Juice.
St. Juice. Yeah. My buddy kept saying that St. Juice cost y'all that game with a pass interference call. So, but I told him, I said, but y'all defense couldn't stop the offense. Our offense. Yeah. Every time Baltimore touched that ball, they was going down the field. Yeah. And all they doing was chewing up the clock. That's it. I mean, time of possession was 37 minutes? Baltimore had the ball? Mm-hmm. Amazing. Unbelievable. But another amazing quarterback we got to talk about, because you said it earlier, Caleb Williams.
Boy.
Go for it. Because he put a beat down on the Jags over there.
Look, I know it was the Jaguars, okay? But that game was over before it even got started.
Oh, yeah.
I'm watching that entire fiasco in London, and I was like, is this the same Bears team? We got Caleb going 23 for 29, 4 touchdowns in 3 quarters. What the fuck is going on in Chicago? Right. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, typically, if we're talking about the Bears at any point in time, at least in my lifetime, and probably, in another lifetime too, we know the Bears for finding a way to not do anything offensively. Now they're just casually dropping 35 points on any given Sunday. Is that what we're doing now?
Yes, we are.
Now, the ultimate question is that how is Caleb Williams going to do against a team that is actually going to give him pressure? Because the last time he played against a team, i.e. the Houston Texans on Sunday night a few weeks ago, they kind of fucked him up.
Yeah.
Often. A lot. Yeah. And so it was like, let's see how they do against teams that are, kind of formidable. That's the only question you have on them. But Caleb Williams, man, he was accurate. Only missed 6 passes on the day. It's fucking fantastic, man.
And they come play Washington in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, going to be a good game.
Yeah, it's spectacular, man. And you can see that Caleb is starting to get a lot more confident throwing the football now, which I don't know how you can be confident with that offensive line blocking for you, because I don't care. I do not care. That offensive line is still a walking turnstile waiting to happen. Okay?
Yeah.
Because he still got sacked 3 times. That's what makes it fucking matter. So I just think that, he's getting a lot more comfortable throwing the football in that offense. Keenan Allen is starting to get the ball again. He had a couple touchdowns on Sunday.
Let's not forget DJ
Moore. He's always been a constant. I know the first start of the year has been troubling trying to find him, but Cole Kmet also a tight end. They're starting to have a lot of pieces that everybody was talking about at the beginning of the year. You know what? I need to pay attention to him. And by the way, this is a Bears team who I also never thought I would say this in my lifetime. It's currently 4-2 through 6 weeks.
Right.
So we can play this whole fraud game if we want to, but 4-2 for the Bears.
Wait, does the Jets play them this year?
I don't think so.
Don't it? Because Aaron's things with the whole "I own you" thing.
Oh yeah.
I would love for them to beat him.
Oh yes. Yeah. No Jets. This year. They got a break.
Yeah. But he has some hell of receivers. He does. It's just they starting to put it together. It seems like when they go over to London, they got to show off even more.
Yeah, seriously. So.
Actually, 4-2 for my Redskins is uncanny. Yeah, we just talked about that again of how sensational. But again, I spoke about this when you change the aura in the building, and they've changed the order. They changed ownership, right? They got other people in there, not a toxic culture in there, and everything started changing. Hey, Dallas, you also learned something or two about that. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Just saying.
I'm just saying, the whole aura in that building has changed. And with that aura of change, it's showing because the players, I want to come to work, right? I want to be here. I'm going to show you I want to be here. And wait a minute. And my boy had said this too. He said, hey, man, he said, you know who I would love to bring back? I said, who? He said, Chase Young. I disagree with him. I disagree with him. He was like, nah. He said, look at how Chase Young is playing in New Orleans. I said, yeah, because he's probably got somebody mentoring him down there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In Washington, he didn't. He probably had somebody that's mentoring him down there. I said, okay. So I said, I'll look at it. Oh, you want him back too? Okay. I want him back too. But I mean, Chase can say something that Washington hasn't done in a long time. Chase has played in the Super Bowl. Because remember, he was with the 49ers.
That's right.
Yeah, he was with the 49ers. He played in the Super Bowl. And I was like, you put him on the other side of what's my name? Nick Bosa, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow. And they almost won. Almost. He almost had a ring.
That's right.
Yeah, so, I mean, listen, I get it. But I know a couple of these games. I ain't see Tish in here today, so I ain't going to pick on the Steelers.
I mean, you drop 32 points and you get a win. I mean, I know it's the Raiders, but anytime you get the job done in that environment, in that fashion, I mean, what is there
I
to
get
say?
it.
Oh, yeah. I do have something to say. Y'all decided to start Russell Wilson this week because he's healthy, even though Justin Fields has led y'all to 4-2. You stupid fucking idiots. I just wanted to put that out there. That was dumb.
Wait a minute. They're starting Russell Wilson?
They're starting convertible Russ. That's who they're starting this week.
Wow. I want to see how this works out for him.
So
I definitely want to see how this works out for him.
So
he has been looking bad. He is bad.
That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. Justin Fields was doing just fine.
Fields hasn't been looking bad. It's just they haven't let Fields cut loose yet.
Right.
They're kind of restricting Fields. Fields hasn't looked bad. I mean, he's won 4 games for him. He has. He's been doing it with his arm and his legs. And as mediocre as they've been doing it, they've been getting it done.
Yep.
It's just now some teams are starting to press them and say, okay, we got you. We're going to run the ball at you now, defense. And as we've been noticing, they haven't been able to stop the run. Hey, how's Patrick Queen working out for you? Oh, sorry.
Exactly. My point.
Yeah. How's Patrick Queen working out for you? I saw somebody post in one of the war rooms I'm in, and he said, boy, it was a waste of money. We should have got Derrick Henry.
Unbelievable.
That tells you how much that one guy has terrified the league.
Ridiculous, man.
Hey, but there's someone coming back. His name's Keaton Mitchell.
That'll be interesting how y'all.
And they said he was doing off field. He was doing another field workouts. They say he's running 21 miles per hour.
Ooh.
After a major injury, he's running 21 miles per hour.
How the fuck do you get faster from that? I don't understand.
Dude, that's crazy. I still don't know why the Cowboys didn't get him, and I'm glad they didn't. Here's the reason why.
Too.
And just because Jerry said it. He could not afford Derrick Henry. Wait a minute.
Stupid.
I'll wait. He couldn't afford him. But you just gave Dak $60 million a year?
Wow.
And like you said earlier, they don't pay Dak. Right. Like you said earlier, they have someone in the defensive side named who, sir?
Micah Parsons.
Thank you.
Stupid idiots.
Thank you. Angela, hello.
I'm enjoying this. As an Eagles fan. Oh, this is the best demise I could ever see. This is wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful to see.
Absolutely. He might be on his way to DC. Listen. We're going to see what's going to happen. I don't even think
we can joke about that no more.
No. Nope. We can't.
Because Washington has the money. That's the one thing that you couldn't always say about these trade potentials. The potential of certain trades happening. Washington never has the money. Oh, they got money now. And they can use it if they need to.
They do. They do.
God, bro.
But hey, listen. We looking forward to this. Hey, we are almost at our halfway point to talk about things. Yes. We also had to talk about he loves Dan Quinn. You know something? I was kind of shocked the way Dan Quinn has came in and it showed that he can really run an organization. I was shocked. I was. I wasn't really a big Dan Quinn fan, and I'm not. But I was just shocked at how he came in and turned everything around. Y'all talking sports. Y'all want some wings or something? Because that's all I got. I'm only watching for the men that I'm at tights. Angela, where? Angela, we have to talk.
That arguably has been the greatest comment I've ever seen. Ever.
Angela is my roadie, okay? When me and Tree do the other show, Angela is my girl, okay? Angela never lets me down, all right?
Oh my God. Oh,
Angela never lets me down.
I might get that tatted up. I might get that tatted up somewhere. Angela, that was the greatest comment I've ever witnessed. Thank you. That was fucking fantastic. That was fucking awesome. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to get that tatted or something. That's great.
She said, I'm gone, awesome. Going back to work. I know Angela. She likes to fly and see the guys.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I tell you, Angela's my roadie. She never lets me down. Oh, my goodness. But I'm going to wind this down. I know we didn't go through a lot of these, but let me see. Let me do this wrap up since I didn't get the wrap up done. So we know Ravens beat the Commanders 30-23. Let's see. Bears put on shellacking on the Jags 35-16. And another shellacking. Bucks put on the Saints 51-27. Colts pulled it out over the $1 billion team. I told you we could have went down there and got some free money. You didn't listen to me. We could have went to Tennessee and got some free money. We could have went to Tennessee and got some free money. But they lost. Coast beat them 2017. Let's see, Chargers came back, beat the Broncos 23-16. Falcons 38-20 over the Panthers. Here's another one. Cincinnati beat the Giants 17-7. But they struggled in that game, and that kind of confused me. That one confused me. You went to a shootout with us, but go barely beat the Giants?
I don't know.
49ers, if you're out there, they pulled it over the Seahawks 36-24. Let me see. Eagles beat the Cleveland Browns 2016. Let's see. Packers put a shellacking on the Cards 34-13. I think their season is over too. Giants have a decent defense.
They play hard. I'll give them that.
They play hard. Okay. Let's see. Texans 41-21 over the Pats, but we knew that was going to happen. Steelers, y'all pulled out on the Raiders 32-13. They talking trash to us. Talking about, this is how you beat the Raiders. This is how you did it. What happened with the Cowboys? I'm just saying, you want to throw shade, I'm going to throw some shade back.
Right.
I'm going to save that one for last. Bills 23-20 over the Jets, and the shellacking of the week. The shellacking of the week. The Detroit Lions beat the Alice Cowgirls 47-9.
You got it right. Yes.
First round bag, sir.
Oh, what?
First brown bag, go for it.
This is the best brown bag I've ever given out. It's actually to the audience that had to watch the Cowboys and the Lions play for all 60 minutes. If you were a football fan and you watched that game, you get a brown bag, which means I get a brown bag. Damon over here gets a brown bag.
I get a brown bag.
Everyone in the comment section gets a brown bag. You want to know why?
I keep one on standby.
Look, we all deserve a brown bag because time is very precious, you know? And it was wasted off of a beatdown at home again by the way of the Detroit Lions. And we all had to watch it. It was like a kid getting beat up. See,
I had other things I could have been doing.
Yes.
Than watching that game.
So we all get a brown bag. Unbelievable.
Don't look under no rocks because you won't find a Cowboy fan.
That's my first brown bag. All of us who watched that game, we wasted our time.
Yeah. Okay. I got you one. Since we on the fans here, let me go to the refs. The refs that officiated that game last night, all y'all get brown bags because y'all held us up from watching a great game. For all these egregious penalties you decided you wanted to throw, the roughing the passer, the illegal formation, the false start, anything you could have called, you held us up last night. So refs, I'm giving you a brown bag, but I'm going to add on top of that for the kickers for Buffalo and the Jets. Y'all get brown bags too because y'all have one job to do, and that's kick the ball. Kick the ball. Kick the ball. That's your only job. You're not required to tackle anybody. Your only job is to kick the ball. And y'all was kicking a whole bunch of nothing last night.
Wow. Second brown bag, and this is for a guy that didn't even play this week, but he's getting a brown bag because of the decision that was made today. Davante Adams, you going to the Jets is a brown bag ass move, buddy. Look, I don't know why everybody's acting like the Jets won last night, but that didn't happen. The defense is not playing too great. I don't know what it is about prime time, but they struggle against the run in prime time. I don't know what it is about those lights, but it gets too bright for them. They're 2-4, but you want Aaron Rodgers, so that's why you decided to end up with the Jets out of all teams. You just off of that alone, you get a brown bag.
So no, since we're on that, I'm gonna jump right over to Cleveland. They get a brown bag. Let me tell you why. Because they traded Amari Cooper to Buffalo, of all places. So you giving Josh Allen more firepower to get over the hump for a 3rd and 7th round pick?
Yep.
That is the most Cleveland's thing you could have ever done. The most Cleveland thing. Yes. You haven't heard that? Oh, it's out there.
Yep.
It's out there.
It's official.
It's official. It's official. Cleveland, you get a brown bag for that. You got one more to give out?
I have one last one.
Come on.
Now, I got to watch back all the shows that I've been a part of, all the episodes I've been a part of. I don't think I've ever given a brown bag to a team that won. But I'm going to do that this week. This might be a first time ever. My brown bag is given to Nick Sirianni, head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. You get the biggest brown bag out of everyone that I didn't name. You want to know why? The team barely beat one of the worst teams in the NFL, 20-16. And at the conclusion of that game, you decide to be the douche that you are, the asshole that you are, to chirp at your own fans at home. Who the fuck does that? Seriously. Like, off of that alone, you should be fired.
He said he should have fun.
Bullshit. You don't get to have fun when you beat a team by 4 points and your offense barely showed up all game. Bullshit. You get the biggest brown bag because you decided to chirp at your own fan base, the fan base that wants you fired, and rightfully so, because damn it, I'm one of them. I've been one of them since last year. Chirping at them because you barely beat the Browns? You're a fucking idiot. I hope this man's fired by the end of the season. Off of that alone, you get a gigantic bag. I don't even know if there's a bigger bag than extra large, but whatever that size is, he needs to have that today. Fucking idiot, dog. I can't believe he's my head coach today. Oh my God.
Redskins fans want you to keep him. As James Brown would say, please.
Oh my God. It's fucking unbearable.
My last one goes to the New Orleans Saints defense.
Yeah.
Defense. Yeah. How y'all get 3 interceptions? Not 1, not 2, but 3, and allow someone to put 51 points up on y'all. Y'all definitely get a brown bag. Because I'm trying to figure out, after halftime, where did the defense go? Did y'all just go in the stands with the fans? Did y'all just go, something, this is in the bag, we just going to relax. We ain't worry about anything. I'm not even blaming the offense. The offense did at least put up 27 points. I'm blaming the defense.
Right.
Because if you took the ball away from somebody 3 times, y'all should have won the game. Should have won the game. No ifs, no ands, no buts. So New Orleans Saints defense, y'all get a brown bag from me. And on that note, we're going to close the show out. We appreciate each and every last one of you coming in to talk trash with us because, we talk trash. And look out, tomorrow is Prediction Wednesday. I put out the predictions. I'll tell you who I think is going to win. You tell me if you disagree with me. If you do, hey, you do. I think I was only wrong maybe 1 time this week. Hey, I'm starting to get kind of good at this.
Okay. I know who I can go to bet now. Good job.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we enjoy you also. We enjoy anybody that comes in. We will be here next Tuesday. We'll be here. Come on in. Join the fun. Join the festivities. But I'm telling you right now, if your team gets shellacked, we definitely going to start the show off with you.
Oh, yeah.
So your team gets shellacked. Any team gets shellacked, we starting the show off with. So don't get shellacked. That's the only thing I'm saying. But I will say this. Baker ain't putting 51 up on the Ravens.
No,
he's not putting 51 up on the Ravens. Y'all going to win that game. Y'all going to win that game. I have no faith in the Panthers. I have no faith in them.
I could have told you that one.
Yeah, I have no faith in that. We're signing off. We'll catch y'all later.